Hey, I'm Nikita, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on Sports Like Talk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit them up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Kings and queens go hard. Rising star on the big scene, make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat, don't settle for less. They put you through that test, your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote.
SLT Nation! Welcome back to another fire episode of Season 3 of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. That's right, we are searching and finding rising stars, future phenoms in our communities who are doing big things and accomplishing big dreams. And today, yeah, that's right, baby. I'm gonna get my Dusty Rhodes on today because we got one of the dopest and one of the smoothest wrestlers, and actually one of the most beautiful wrestlers in the game right now on the program right now. Y'all know KT is a huge wrestling fan, so for us to get this opportunity, we are going to have a blast today. Coming to the stage, hit them with that flex. We got Muscle Barbie, Ring of Honor Smash Women's Champion, part of the Momentous family. We got her, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and professional wrestler Nikita in the building.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, Nikita? How you feeling today?
Oh, I'm feeling great. How are you guys?
Oh, we living the dream and dreaming about living. I'm a little afraid to get put in a headlock on this thing, but I'm gonna do my best to stay in line and stay in order. Hey, check this out. If this is your first time rocking with us and checking out the show, allow me to reintroduce myself. I am your host, the mouth of the South, the B. Jones, the OG, all things Louisiana. Put your L's up, Mr. Yeet is in the building, and I'm rocking with the other Dudley boy of podcasting. That's right, my brother from another mother, the other side of the logo, the Quiet Storm. Shh. The head coach, KT. Kev, how you feeling today, man? I know you like a kid in a candy store right now.
Hey, John, I'm trying my best not to just smile this whole episode. I want to remain professional, but whenever I can talk wrestling with actual professional wrestler, this is huge, B. Jones. So let's turn up.
Let's turn up, and y'all.
Let me ask you this, though, B. Jones. Before we go, are you going to be the heel or the face of this show?
Well, define them. What does the heel do? What does the face of the show do?
The face is the good person. The heel is the bad person.
I'm gonna be the good guy. I'm gonna be the good guy. Y'all know me. I'm baby face. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be the face of the show, so y'all know what to do at this point in time. Nikita, you ready? I need you to reach over your shoulder. Grab your right, there it is, and bring it down and buckle up, because this is about to be a banger. We're about to have a crazy show for you guys. Before we get to Nikita's amazing story, her rise in wrestling, how she got started, we got a bunch of gems we're gonna drop on you today. We gotta pay the bills. All you wrestling fans out there, we need y'all love. We need y'all support. We need to help grow this platform and do a call to action. That's right, pay the bills, but hey, it won't cost you a penny. We need you to do 3 things. I'm gonna do a lot of hooting and hollering. I'm gonna count us out. We need you to smash that like button. Make sure this show goes into the algorithm. We need you to smash that subscribe button. Become a part of our family. We got over 80 shows left in 2023 to record, and I'm telling y'all, season 4 is going to be bananas. It's coming. We're going bigger, badder, more content, more wrestlers. We got some crazy stories that we're going to be bringing to y'all. And then finally, sharing is caring. The only way we can get this thing, especially if you're a wrestling fan, you need to be trying to be an evangelist for wrestling. We need you to share this episode. So take this link down there at the bottom of the page and send this to all of your groups. Because we know you part of a group and WhatsApp and all of that stuff. Put this link in the group so we can spread the word on this amazing, phenomenal talent. Nikita, is your people going? You think they can do that? Can they rock with us like that?
100%. They better rock with us like that.
All right.
Oh, testify.
Yeah.
Testify.
Y'all heard her. Y'all gonna be getting that little face plant, that ending move here in a second. We're gonna talk about that. But on the count of three, let's do it like we true to it. 1, 2, 3. Boo! Welcome to the Sports Life Talk family. That's right. We don't do no fans. We don't do no followers. If you smash that subscribe button, we only do family. So throw a fire emoji in the chat if you did any of those actions, because we want to make sure we show you some love and thank you the way you deserve to be thank you. All right. So here we go. Without further ado, the main event is up on us, ladies and gentlemen. The main attraction. Everybody pull your cell phones out and take a selfie right now. We got her, ladies and gentlemen. Nikita, are you ready for the Sports Like Talk initiation?
I am ready. Let's do this.
All right, to initiate you into the SLT family, got to give us your top 5 music artists.
Okay, so NF is one of my most favorite rappers ever. Absolutely love him. Then I'd have to say Kendrick Lamar, Schoolboy Q, Eminem, and probably J. Cole are my top 5 most played. Can play them anytime, any day.
Cap. Ain't no way. Ain't no way no 5-foot white girl running down the street jamming like that. Ain't no way.
Yeah,
Well,
rap.
B-John, you better watch your mouth.
I know.
I don't have your back when y'all get in the ring. I'm letting you know. I may hit you in the back of the head so she can get the win.
Don't you dare even try to sign us up for that. I'm not wrestling. I'm not even going to participate in the head. I'm not participating in anything that's got to do with wrestling with Nikita. That's on the script.
Stop being negative towards her, because you may have to do that. All right, what we like to do, we like to rank everybody's top 5. And the highest you can get is 5. But with a top 5 like that, B. Jones, there is no way I can give her anything less than 5. And the fact that she can body slam both of us, I can't give her anything less than 10.
Smart, yeah.
You know what? See, she just sounds smart. She's got some even more points, B. Jones. Let's give her 15. Give her 15. Are you okay with 15? Do we need to give you more? I just want to make sure before we go on.
You scary.
That's all right. I'm all right with 15.
All right, Beach. I told you I'm playing a role, man. Just let me do this. Stop playing. Who is your favorite superhero and why?
Okay, so, and this is controversial maybe, my favorite superhero is Batman because he's absolutely jacked, rich, and I think he fights crime and does a great job at it. I know some people are like, he doesn't do anything, he doesn't have a superpower, but if you can do all 3, be jacked, rich, and fight crime, then you're a great superhero in my mind.
B. Jones, do you see how me and her are vibing right now? Because who's my favorite superhero, B. Jones?
Batman, but I was watching Gotham Knights the other day. Batman dead. Move on.
Oh my God. B. Jones, don't do that. Gotham Knights is not that great of a show anyway, or the video game. All right, so since every good superhero needs their own theme music, what would your theme song be?
So, I think my theme song would be probably Boss Bitch by Doja Cat, because that's what I am.
Hey, Doja got lyrics too. I like that track.
I think so.
Yeah. Well, B. Jones, she loved Doja. I love Doja too. All right, so we're going to give you a preview of a game that we're going to play a little later on the show. Our version of Would You Rather, which we call Championship Rounds.
Okay.
So, would you rather be a singer or a dancer?
A singer.
B. Jones, do you feel
end up being the heel? I might be the heel on this thing at the end of this thing.
Yeah, you're getting no love, I'm sorry.
I'm trying to tell you, it's all about dancing. You know what? Let's go.
Okay, just start dancing right now, B. Jones. How crazy would that look? Now, we just started singing on the podcast. Now, see, stop dancing. Please stop. But if we started singing on the show, people would be like, oh, okay, they have a beautiful or a terrible voice. I mean, Nikita, keep doing your thing. I'm really loving this show, B. Jones. Let me get... Okay. So what is... do you have a favorite podcast that you like to listen to?
I'm a huge science geek, and I love listening to Huberman Lab podcast because I just love hearing stuff about neuroscience, anything about nutrition, fitness. So generally, that will be my favorite podcast.
So now you can add another one to it because, going to show they ask you that. Yeah, I love that one, and I also love Sports Life Talk. So.
That's going to be my second choice. Yeah.
Way to plug the brand, KT. I like that.
All right, so what is something that wrestling has taught you that you can use when you're not in the ring?
You know what? It's always read your audience. That's one of the things I've been taught, because while it's true in wrestling, like you're out there, if you're doing something that the fans don't like, you're not, or you shouldn't keep doing it, right? Because they're not into it. And I think in real life, if you're doing something or you're talking to someone or you have some kind of relationship, whatever it is, and you notice that maybe the person's not into what you're doing, then you should kind of adjust what you're doing. Because if you don't read the person, then it can escalate stuff or it can lead to miscommunication. So always read your audience and know who you're talking to or who you're dealing with, and I think you'll be good to go.
There's a lot of options out there, though, B. Jones. I mean, the match is banging, and they're not into it, so I don't even want to give them any. We don't talk about them. All right, so if you could shadow anyone for a week and learn from them, they could be either dead or alive. Who would it be and why?
So it will be The Rock, because to me, he not only was he an inspiration for me for wrestling, but he also kind of went outside of the wrestling thing, and he's done movies, he's done his own production company, he started like an energy drink, so he's the man of all trades. And on top of that, like, he's still spending time with his family. He's a family man. He's in shape. Like, I think he's a complete package of a human being. And I'd love to just pick his brain and be like, how did you get to this point? You know, like, how did you get from point A to point B and become so successful in everything you touch? You know, so I'd love to kind of see his mind and how it works.
I can definitely smell what she's cooking, B. Jones. Can you? You see what I did there, B? You see what I did there?
I saw you did that, man.
So B and I, we're going to produce a movie centered around you. The one thing that we're missing is a lead actress. Who should we get to play you in the story of your life?
Angelina Jolie. She is badass, great actress, all about the action. I think that's all me.
I'm kind of embarrassed because I was gonna get the young lady off of Big Bang Theory, Kelly Kusuo.
Yeah, I can see that too. And I think we can actually put her. Yeah, but Angelina Jolie, she's way out of our budget, so I'm going with the Big Bang Theory lady as well too, B. Joe. We know as a wrestler that you get to travel the world pretty much, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you also said that you're in Toronto. So if B. Jones and I, we can manage to make it out there, what is that one food spot that gets your stamp of approval, and what's your go-to meal there?
Okay, so this is just slightly outside of Toronto. It's a place called Ten Rens. If you like Asian food and like sweet desserts and bubble tea, this is the absolute best place you can go. They have great deals. I love getting their like little combo. It comes with like a main dish, a side dish, a soup, a tea. So I usually get like a steamed fish dish, and it comes with a bunch of sides. Like they have their little chestnuts, like water chestnuts that are steamed, and I have a bubble tea. I love bubble tea. I think I judge people who don't like bubble tea, so I hope you guys like bubble tea.
I love it. If you like it, I love it.
I love bubble tea.
So Ten Rens is the place to go. I think that's my favorite.
Now I gotta admit though, on my bubble tea, I don't put the popping bubbles no more. I do like what is it? Oh, I can't think of the name of this. It's like a little white gummy type thing.
Okay, like a lychee thing.
Lychee, that's it.
Yeah,
lychee.
yeah.
I get the lychee put in mine, so
Okay.
I don't do the popping bubbles anymore.
All right, so now it's time for the You Got Next offering. We're passing our collection plates around and asking you to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like this video. Leave us your top 5 music artists, your theme song, and your favorite superhero in the comments. And finally, go to our website, SLTUGotNext.com, to learn more about us and our other You Got Next family members. Now allow me to turn it over to B as we learn more about our newest family member, Nikita. So B. Jones, go ahead and take it away, brother.
Hey, let's hit him with that flex one more time. Standing at 5'4", 124 pounds, entering into the ring, the Smash Women's Champion, Nikita. How you doing today, Nikita? This is super dope. I'm super excited to have you on here.
Oh, I'm absolutely pumped to be here. It's a great podcast. I'm having a great time so far, so thank you for having me on.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it. I just want to do anything that take to keep you off my ass. So we gonna have a very respectful, fun time. But I gotta take you. So you started wrestling in 2009. But let's take you back. Let's go back. Let's go back before you started wrestling. Let's talk about young Nikita, and tell us about growing up and when did you fall in love with wrestling?
Yeah, so I actually was born in Ukraine, and I was there until I was 8, and then my family and I moved to Canada, at which point my dad started watching wrestling. He was a really big fan of like boxing and other stuff, and we never had wrestling in Ukraine. So he would just sit kind of on the couch, and he'd be like, oh, Jane, come hang out with me, and he'd be watching wrestling. And I remember, I think it was a moment where I was watching The Rock cut a promo, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. And I think I was instantly hooked from that moment on. I was like, I want to watch wrestling like every day. So every time I'd be like, Dad, is wrestling on? Is wrestling on? Like I really wanted to watch it. So it was love at first sight.
Now, I know it's a lot of fans out there geeking out right now because you just gave us your first name. I was thinking, I was like, should we ask her first name? But then you just said your first name. So do you ever give people that first name, or was that an accident?
Every once in a while, I let people know. Like, Nikita's my stage name. I have a real name. A little bit of both gives me a little bit of a realistic kind of feature to Nikita. Yeah, because you ain't gonna find nothing if you search Jane. I'm just telling you right now, everything is going to be under Nikita. So now you fall in love with the game, you fall in love with wrestling, you watching it, but it's a difference between I watch TV and I watch wrestling, and I wasn't trying to do figure four leg locks on everybody. So what made you decide to really step in the ring and try this thing, and how did you get the courage to do that? You know what? Like I said, it was love at first sight, and I never stopped having that feeling of every time I watched it, I was like, I want more. I want to be doing this. I want to be in there. So between the ages of like 8 and 16, I felt the exact same. So at that point, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to look up a training school in my area. And I started researching like fairly early on. Like, I was trying to research a credible school, a good school. And I was like, who from Toronto has made it that's gone to a school? So I did my research, and then when I was 17 and a half, I kind of got the courage. I'm like, I'm going to go. I knew I was going to graduate high school, and my plan was go straight to wrestling school after high school. So I kind of went to visit. And yeah, it was very intimidating for sure, but obviously here I am. So
now at 17 and a half, did you have this body, this physique, this athleticism, or did you have to be taught that kind of stuff?
You know what? So I did have the same kind of disciplined physique. Like, I knew early on, like, I'd read all the biographies of everyone, and everyone would just talk about how, their first couple days at a wrestling school, like, they'd just break them down, make them work out. It was going to be hard. So I started working out when I was 15, just to prepare myself to get in shape, and I kind of mentally prepared myself. So it's hard work. It takes a lot of work and discipline, but I knew I had to do it early on, so I kind of started as soon as I could.
Now, how does Jane become Nikita? Who came up with the name? How did all that come about?
So, you know what? I actually got the name from my trainer at the time, who was Rob Fuego. When I was kind of making my debut, because of my background being Ukrainian, we kind of wanted to capitalize on that and make my character reflect that, because you just don't see a lot of Ukrainian, Russian people in the industry, or at the time you didn't. So we kind of discussed a bit of names, and this is the one that stuck from my trainer. So I really liked it, and I kept it.
Now tell us about Nikita. So it's a lot of fans out there that's watching it. Like, I got to go check her out. So tell us, what do we have when we see Nikita do her thing in the ring? What are we watching?
Oh yeah, you're watching the Muscle Barbie, the fittest woman in the ring. You're watching an international superstar do her thing. She's a magazine cover girl. She's very into herself. She's a selfie queen. And she will stop at nothing to humiliate her opponents. Like, if you're in the ring with Nikita, you're getting some kind of picture of you being beaten down.
Okay, so you the heel.
I am the heel.
Hey, you the bad guy. You the bad guy. Let me see if we can find something over here for the bad guy. We got a. Oh, come on! Nah, I'm gonna keep working on that. We're gonna find a bad guy sound here in just a second, because we got to get some boos and some jizz on this show. Now your end move is kind of crazy, because I see a lot of end moves and I'm like, that don't look like it would hurt. Yours look like it hurt for real. Like, I don't want nobody slamming my face down into the mat. I don't care if we playing or not. Like, who came up with the end move, and how did you perfect that thing?
Yeah, so you know what? I actually came up with that myself, and I ended up calling it the Brachial Face, because that's essentially what I'm doing. So I was just thinking, like, what's kind of like a bitchy move, and what can I name it? And I was like, this would be a cool, unique move. So one of my other favorite wrestlers is Triple H, and he does a pedigree as a finisher. Yep. I have kind of bum knees, and other people do the pedigree. So I was like, I want to do a variation of it. So I kind of came up with a sit-out face buster version of that, which I think is pretty cool, because no one uses it, and it's a bit of a homage to one of my favorite wrestlers. So
that's dope. Now, for those of you out there who normally watch us and we talk basketball or football or something, y'all come on and say, I'm not watching this, wrestling is fake. You know what? I get it. At the end of the day, y'all are not really punching each other super hard in the face, but the athleticism, the work ethic that you guys have to put in, ain't nothing fake about it. Y'all literally beating the brakes off y'all bodies, match in and match out. Like, how does one mentally toughen up yourself to go through that type of rigorous schedule and so much pain?
Yeah, you know what? Like, people do say it's fake, it's this, it's that. I can tell you, like, I've had a broken leg off it. I've had a hernia
Yes.
disc in my back. You know, like, it's a performance. It's a entertainment kind of show, but you do really go out there and you do really hit each other. Or you do really fall. And it does hurt. So it's one of those things where sometimes you'll go in the ring, you'll do like a training session and you're like barely walking at the end of it. And you're like, why am I doing this again? Right? Like, it hurts. But, you know, the love for the sport and just the feeling you get when you go out there is so worth it. Like, you almost forget it, right? Like, it's just one of those things where you have to really mentally love it and know that this is your passion in order to be able to do it. If you don't have a passion for it, you're just going to be like, oh, my body's crippled and this sucks, you know?
Well,
so B Jones, going forward on the wrestling episode, you never use that F word again. You hear me?
what's that? What's the F word? Oh yeah, I know.
You never use that. You never use the word.
I'm trying to communicate with the audience.
No, I know what you're trying to do with the audience, but Nikita, we don't play that, B Jones. I'll take a step for me drop kicking you.
My bad, Shawn Michaels. Okay, all right. Well, so Nikita. Now we do our research, we studying, and I'm not a wrestling fan. I'm not a wrestling head. I watch the wrestling because I love Bianca Belair. I ain't gonna even lie. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching it at a distance, but I go through your page and I see a wrestler and I'm like, wait a minute now. That's a big name. That is a big name. So you like, is this a match with Athena? Was this like? Tell us everybody about this match, because I've seen Athena and I know she's a monster in the wrestling game, and you got the opportunity to share the stage and wrestle her. Tell us about that experience.
Yeah, it was amazing. So AEW came to Calgary and I was invited to participate in the show, which I was really excited about. And I remember I was backstage and I was told that Athena and I were going to have a match. And I was like, oh my God. You know, I really love Athena. I adore her. She's a great worker, and I was super excited to get that opportunity. And like, just watching it back is so surreal. You know, you go out there and you hear the fans and you kind of see her professionalism. Like, I think we totally kicked us out there. It wasn't as long as I wanted it to be. She kicked my ass, you know. That was I got thrown in the guardrail, you know, but that's okay. Next time I'll come back and, you know, I'll hopefully get to kick her ass a little bit again. So
there it is.
You know where Athena's from?
No, where?
Dallas, Texas, man.
No, did not know that.
She's from Dallas.
Well, shout out to Athena too, then, man. Come through the show. All right, so you know, a lot of people will go their whole career. They'll be extras, or they won't never really get the opportunity to shine. But when I look at you, you got the belt, champ. What was that experience like? You know, getting that belt, winning it, and just being able to carry that thing around and show everybody that, hey, Jane is a champ. You know what I'm saying?
Nikita's the champ, but you know, it was great. You know what? Like, I won the title. I came back from quite a bit of a layoff. I took a few years off wrestling, and then I came back and I won the belt my first match back. And it was pretty awesome. Like, it's always amazing to be able to be the face of a company and the face of a division and just go out there and represent something. So I absolutely am honored to carry that championship belt, and I love that I get to travel around and defend it against anyone. It brings so much opportunity, and I think it's great to give an opportunity to really showcase how high women's wrestling can be. Like, I know what I'm capable of, and I love going out there and showing people, like, yeah, I deserve this belt.
Now we got to talk about women's, because Kevin and her and Nikita, they put me on some game backstage that I had never heard of this before. And I'm not even gonna say it because I don't know if I want to use our platform for that. But it just showed to me how far women's wrestling has really come. And when you talk about walk around the championship belt, where do you see the future of women's wrestling? Like, I know the big names, right? I know the Rhea Ripleys and the Bianca Belairs, but in your opinion, like, where do you see the future of women's wrestling and how far can that thing go?
You know what? I think the sky's the limit right now. Like, even now, these days, women have main evented WrestleMania. They've main evented other pay-per-views. They're getting the chance to do any kind of match that the guys are doing, the women can do. Like, they're doing ladders matches, Money in the Bank matches, like hardcore matches. So I think at this point, women's wrestling has kind of proven that the women can go as hard as the men, sometimes harder. And I really think that, you know, like WrestleMania, women main evented it and people watched, you know, like people weren't turning it off. So it really shows that women's wrestling has something to offer, and it's not just, you know, like a quick bio break or whatever people are doing before. I think women can do it all, and I think for sure, like, people are interested, and women can top WrestleMania two nights in a row. I believe it can happen.
Now, Ring of Honor, we had Rhett Titus on. He was one of the first. I challenge. You know what? Shout out to Sports Life Talk. Because I'm going to tell y'all right now, if you're watching this thing, we've actually had Devon Dudley on the show. That's right. One of our very first episodes. I challenge anybody to go back and watch that show. It is some crazy stories. And then we had Rhett Titus who told us a little bit about Ring of Honor. But for those of you who don't know Ring of Honor, can you give us a little breakdown on what makes that promotion and that company so different and so special?
Yeah, Ring of Honor has been around for a very long time, like over 20 years, and it started out as an indie promotion in the States, and I think it was one of the biggest promotions where I think the majority of the talent that you see, whether it's on Impact, WWE, or AEW, a lot of people started off in Ring of Honor. That was the original promotion where you kind of wrestle on the indies a little bit, and then your goal is Ring of Honor because that's what kind of makes you go up and pushes you to the top. So it's always been one of those promotions that's everyone's goal. Everyone that wrestles there ends up being someone, you know? So I think now, especially now that it's under AEW, it's even more special because people are getting so much more opportunity with it, which I think is totally incredible.
So Ring of Honor is under AEW now?
Yes. Tony Khan, he has it.
Oh, well,
Jones, I want to let you know, though, B. Jones, just after this episode, I may have a new best friend. I don't know if me and you going to last, man.
Why is that? Because I don't know. But you know what?
I need you to learn more about wrestling, B. Jones, so we can have these conversations. I love the fact that you're trying, but Nikita already knows it, so I may have to kick you to the curb, man.
Nikita Face Buster him. Put the bust his face for me. All right. Last question, and then we're gonna have some fun with this thing. You the heel. You make the heel look fun. You make it look sexy. You make it look. I can tell you right now, people probably get super pissed off when you embarrassing folks taking the picture. But do you ever have that dream of being the good guy? That's what I want to know. Do you ever want to be the one that the kids all want to meet? I guess the kids now like the heels too. So I don't even know how that works anymore. But I grew up a Hulkamaniac. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loved Hulkamania when he was
He had the greatest heel turn of all time too, B. So
we're not talking about Hollywood Hogan. We're talking about Hulkamania. But do you ever want to have your Hulkamania moment? Do you ever want to be the good guy and everybody cheer for you to finally break through and win those matches and celebrate with you instead of booing you?
You know what? In the back of my mind, sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, being a face could be fun, but I've done a couple of stints as a face or just a couple of matches, and I 1000% absolutely love being a heel. Like, I love it. I'm in my element doing it. And when people boo me, it's like cheers to my ears, you know? Like, I'm good with it. I love being the bad guy. If someone else wants their moment of shine, that's great. But I absolutely love being a biatch in the ring, I guess. So.
Hey, so that's like, hey, that's you ought to the face in your mind, huh? You like all y'all boos, rain them down on me. Don't sound like celebratory cheers to me. All right, well, we about to get me some celebratory cheers in a second, because Nikita. You know what that sound is. Welcome to the championship rounds. This is a part of the show with KT and I. We about to do a little sparring, a little wrestling, and you are now officially calling all the shots. Have you ever played a game called Would You Rather before?
I have.
All right, so the rules are super, super simple. Both KT and I are going to make a pitch to Nikita. Whichever one of those she chooses, that host gets a point. The first host will get 2 points, or the best out of 3 will win this episode's game of championship rounds. All right? Kevin, you are the defending champion, aren't you?
yes, sir, I am. Take a selfie of you. Let me take a selfie. Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Yes, I am the defending champion, to answer your question. All right, so round 1. Would you rather have a rivalry with your favorite wrestler of all time, or
would you rather team up with your favorite wrestler in a championship matchup, tag team championship matchup?
I would rather have a rivalry.
I can just see right now, I'm probably gonna get face planted by the time of this episode, but I don't care. Wrong answer, Nikita. Where you at right now exactly though? Toronto? You in Toronto?
So she can't get to you real quick. Oh, don't worry. I know his address. I'll send it to you.
Hey, checking out the flights coming in from Toronto. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. Round number 2.
Would you rather travel the world hosting your own food show on YouTube, where you get a chance to interview other professional wrestlers, you know, telling their journeys and everything while eating at their favorite place to eat in the towns they grew up in?
Or would you rather have Netflix choose 5 wrestlers, all different levels, to do a documentary where they follow you around for 2 years and they show Nikita's journey of how you put your character together? They basically gonna follow you like in a documentary for 2 years, a wrestling documentary.
I have to go with the food option. I'm sorry.
Oh, B.
So
Jones,
people
this
would
is-
go over every time.
I am loving this episode, B. Jones. This is probably one of my favorites of all time. I'm just letting you know.
Why wouldn't you want to be one of the 5 wrestlers, female wrestlers in the documentary?
Because if I can travel the world and eat, that's like my dreams coming true.
You already traveling the world and eating.
Nah, B. Jones. This is her show. Stop. All right.
Call Athena. Somebody call Athena. I need.
All right. So on our show, which you can watch Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Central, we have a segment called The Drop, where B. Jones turns shoe guru and presents a pair of shoes that he feels are worthy of your financial donations. So for round 3, we both can present a shoe to you, Nikita, and whichever host you pick wins this round, because I already won the episode. So I'm going to count down from 3, and I need for you to say, hold that sneaker, and we're going to show you what we got, okay?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Hold that sneaker. Ooh.
I went with a championship gold. You know, something you can wear with your belt everywhere you go.
Yeah, you know what? I like high tops better.
It's better and better. B. Jones, I just broke your face. Oh my God. Hit the music, B. Yeah. And still. You know what, Nikita, if you're ever in Texas, I got to let you take a picture with this belt.
Oh, 100%.
Because of you, I am still the champion. And not only am I still a champion, B. Jones, I stomped you out. You didn't get one right. This is like the best day ever.
I just want to let y'all know, my stepbrother is a professional wrestler, and Nikita, he coming for you. I'm just letting you know right now.
I will break his face. Tell him to come.
He getting his face broke too.
Hey, G-Sharp, get my lightweight G-Sharp. All right, here we go. The title of the show, Sports Life Talks. You got next, Nikita. We having a blast. We talked about how you got in this thing. We talked about the story that makes you great. But what everybody want to know now is what is up next for one of the trailblazing, true sensational wrestlers of this generation.
That's right. So coming up, I am making my debut at CCW Action Wrestling, which is out of New Jersey. So check that out. That's coming up in October. Otherwise, I'm staying busy here in Ontario. I have a few shows coming up, a few photo shoots. So I'm going to be dropping some fire pictures coming up soon. So follow me on Instagram if you want to see those. And otherwise, yeah, I'm going to be in the States and Canada and hopefully up and about doing my thing.
And you also got some clean merch. I want you to tell everybody how they can get a hold of some Nikita merch, because your merch is actually dope. You know what I'm saying? The Muscle Barbie logo, y'all can see it out. I got to get that Muscle Barbie hoodie, but tell everybody how they can get connected so they can order some Nikita merch.
Absolutely. So head to NikitaWrestles.com. That's my website. It has 8x10s that I personally sign. It ships internationally. And then there's hoodies, sweatpants, and t-shirts. Also, if you go to my Instagram, which is at Nikita Wrestles, I have a link tree that has the link to that, my YouTube page where I have a playlist of my videos. And then obviously I'm an ambassador for Momentous Supplements. So if you have some supplements you want to get and you want 15% off, livemomentous.com, and the code is Nikita15. So get yourself some supplements, get jacked like me, and yeah, follow me.
And y'all, she is like, I'm tripping on how in shape you. I've been kind of trying to stay away from that, because I mean, it is chef's kiss, if you know what I'm saying. But all right, KT.
All right, do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, you know what? Shout out to Smash Wrestling, where I'm the champion there. Shout out to my trainer, Rob Fuego. Shout out to all my fans who follow me, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be where I'm at. So thank you all for all the love, and without you, I wouldn't be here.
So B Jones, she's a champion. I'm a champion. She likes Batman. I like Batman. Well, this is too much for me.
Who broke your knee, Nikita? What wrestler broke your knee?
It was years ago. It was,
I'm just messing with you. I'm gonna need some backup. I'm gonna need some.
Pretty much, and I ain't got your back. I'm Team Nikita. All right, so this is the part of the show where you get a chance to call the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock for B Jones and KT. I told them my story. I want you to do the same thing. With that said, who are you calling out? Who should have next?
Silesia Sparks, one of my favorite people. We started training together. If you want a personality on this show, get Silesia Sparks on here. She will be a blast.
Is she a heel or a face?
She's a heel. So
dang,
watch out.
More bad guys. All right, Silesia. You know, that kind of sound like a heel. Silesia Sparks. Hey, you are welcome to come on this show. Your ticket just got punched. You are officially now on the clock, and it would be a great way to open up season 4 to have our first wrestler of the year for you to be on the show. So we can't wait to get in contact with you and tell everyone your story. But Nikita, Muscle Barbie, you got next. You are super dope. You are icon. You are trailblazer. You are exemplary, extraordinary, and elite. You deserve a yeet. Let's go. Oh my goodness. I ain't never had to break your face, put on me and smile, but y'all gonna see it happen one of these days. Nikita, you the truth. We thank you so much for watching another episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next. And I hope we can get y'all more wrestlers and more amazing stories, because athletes are athletes. Stories are story, and inspiration is inspiration. And I hope you felt a little inspired to go out there and chase your dreams today. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, do all of that stuff on our social media at Sports Life Talk, all one word. We super easy to find. There's only one Sports Life Talk in the world, and that is us. And then don't forget to follow, our new family member, Nikita Wrestles, at Nikita Wrestles. She's that on Twitter, IG, all of that good stuff. And if you want to get on the show, you're like, hey, I want an opportunity to come tell my story, come spread the message of what I got going on. We would love to have you. All you got to do is go to our website, sltugotnext.com. That is sltugotnext.com. Tell us who you are. Tell us why you deserve and why you got next. And we're going to give you an audition. I promise you, we'll reach back out to you. Man, you can put it away, brother. You can put it away. Watch the next episode when I take that thing away. I'm going to tell you, the belt will come back to Mouth of the South. Good grief. Let's see what you did, Nikita. Ugh. All right, y'all. Well, KT, what you got, man? Oh, wait, one last thing. Come hang out with us, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, Wednesday nights. We go live. So I don't know. We might switch it over to a pre-recording, but either way, we going to entertain you Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. So come hang out with us. If you smash the subscribe button, you'll get the bell, hit the bell notification. You'll be notified when we go live. And it's just a fun show. So I promise you, it's not just about sports. We talk wrestling. We talk pop culture, music, social media, the whole nine. It's just a super, super fun show. But all right, KT, let's go, man.
B Jones, I really enjoyed this episode. I don't know if you could tell, man.
I know you did.
I showed out. Whenever I can talk wrestling with a professional wrestler, it's just breathtaking. But Nikita, whatever you need from us, please let us know, and we got your back.
Thank you.
Well, KT, when you see me and I put that little green thing in my mouth and hit you with that kabuki spray, soon as I
don't spit in my face. Now, hold up now. Don't spit in my face. Now you're going too far.
I'm going to paint you for your whole face green. You're going to be looking like Ricky the Dragon Steamboat on the show. I promise y'all, it's coming. Hey, Nikita, you the truth. Boss B in the building. We appreciate you for joining the show. Sports Life Talk Nation. We love y'all. Stay safe. Be blessed. Respect each other and love one another, because together we are better. And keep dreaming big, because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet!
See what's crazy is I knew you had next, because you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag because you're always working. Like, in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Like Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Like Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next is a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next. Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next. If you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking sports, life, talking this. Yeah, 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 yeah. Sports, life, talking this.